Hello, Forex Militia. This is Parsival from Forex Militia, and this is the back testing for phase 1 through 4 for Raghee Horner's 34 EMA wave 1 through 4, 2012. And in this movie, you always get your love interest. Money. Uh-oh, I sound like Mr. Wonderful. Roll it. Okay, here is January to March 2012, phase 1. And I'm going to tell you how I traded this. Once again, I was trying to improve, but I took some of the pointers from 2010 and 2011 and I transferred them over to 2012. And what I did was, of course I tried to improve on it. But I kept the GRaB candles, kept those up. And what I did was I just came in and out on the MACD. I have this here. Some of this stuff is I should have taken this off, but yeah, that shouldn't even be there right now. But right now I'm just focusing on the GRaB candles, 34 EMA wave, and the MACD. So it came out as you see, it was a gain, but a lot of times I've seen this before, that the first 3 months of a year, I believe it happened in 2010, 2011, and now 2012, that it came out with a gain. Alright, so I basically went in whenever the candles were basically red and the MACD crossed over the signal line, and then when it crossed back over and that was going up, that's when I came out. And I got these, as those are those swing trading results on one currency. I have to continuously remind you. My stop loss was at 1.5 ATR. This ATR 1.5. So wherever it was, if it was 40, 1.5 would be 60. If it was 60, then 1.5 would be 90. You know what I'm saying? It'd be 1 plus 0.5. Alright. So let's look at some of these results. The graph, here it is. A little bit of drawdown. Not a big deal, but it did come out with a gain, small gain. 1.41. That's a decent profit factor. That's almost 1.5. The best, of course, would be 2. All right, and look at the profit factor on this using the MACD, 64%. I'm not even playing. All right, so this the average trade here was 41.96, and the loss trade, I was ahead of myself, was 52.94. That's bad. But the largest trade was 136, and the largest loss was $70. That's good. All right, we have 3 consecutive wins to 2 losses. That's good. Consecutive profits 7. Consecutive losses 150. That's good. All right, so that's just a small and a modeling quality of 90%, which it should always be there. All right, let's move right on over to Quant Analyzer 4, and really for this I'm just going to show you the months. That's something that MT4 doesn't show you. So every month you can see that you're making a certain amount. And January was on 10,000 about 2.3%, and then you lost 1.5, and then you made 1%. Pretty much that. As you can see, it's the same stuff here, and we are going to look for trade analysis, right? And this looking pretty decent, and only a couple of hours, these hours, 3 hours, but most of them were gains. The reason why you look at this is if you basically are trading a strategy and you see that you're always losing at a certain hour on a certain day, you can just omit those days altogether and only trade on the days that you know that you'll be profitable on. Like, you don't trade the first hour of the day. Like this over here, I'm sorry. Over here, this would be 5 o'clock. Over here, this would be 8 o'clock. Would be about 1 a.m. Over here, this would be 19. That would be about noon or so. So that's on the hourly. And let me move this over to profit loss day of the week. Look at this. That's something. The most lost days were lost on Monday, not on Sunday, but the rest of the week was green. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so with that, I will say let's get on to phase 2 from April to June 2012. Alright, next. Hey, this is phase 2 of GRaB, the 34 EMA wave and GRaB candles, and we have a winner. Alright, this strategy that I'm trading now has made about $265 for the 3 months. Okay, now there's one thing about these strategies that I believe that you've seen me do. I'm trading basically 24 hours a day, right? And for most people, that is not ideal. Okay, so maybe sometime in the future, there'll be a programmer or somebody that I can actually get to program this to push notifications to your smartphone, or something that I could possibly do to help you trade some of the strategies that I basically am displaying to you or reviewing for you. All right, so with that, you see the graph, and it goes up, and then you can see it levels out. But this really looks all right. A 1.47 profit factor, very nice. Drawdown of 178. Now this I don't like. Profit trades 34, basically 35%, right? And that's not a very good stat. All right, so the largest trade was 285s. The largest loss is 110, and the average trades was a 104. The average loss only 37. Now here's where this comes into play. The average wins to average losses, you can see 1 and 3. So that's how you would get, this right here, this 35%. All right, with that, let's go to Quant Analyzer 4 and just a little deeper dive. It basically says a lot of the same things, but you can see the breakdown month by month. April, May, and June. April loss, May a win, and June a win. All right. And that basically is it for this. Let's look at this over here. And wow, by weekday, each and every weekday within this quarter was pretty much a loss. There was only one day, which was on a Tuesday, that was actually winning. And that's interesting because let me look at the list of trades over here. I'm going to open this up a little bit and see if interesting. There was one trade probably that put this over the top and kept it there. And you can basically see it, I believe, in the graph here. You know what I mean? You see all this, and then boom, 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 and then you see it flattened out. So there was just probably like two trades that really, within that quarter, that really put this over the top. But as you can see on the month over here, that it had to be a little bit more because June was a positive month. Okay, so with that, I'm not going to draw this out. Let's get on to phase 3 from from July to September. I couldn't think of it for a second, but from July to September, and here we go. Okay, Forex Militia, we got results for the third phase, and there it is. Very small, but as we've seen from the other years, profitable, which is, you know, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, all right, let's just look at the graph. All right, so as you can see, it was going up. It was going up, and it was going up, and then we hit this here, which was $42 drop, and then another one here, which was 111. So with this one, I have to apologize because I did not place a stop in there correctly, and I got caught. So this quarter actually made a little bit more, and I guess I'm too lazy to actually do it again, but I might actually do it again at another time. But I just wanted to give you that the hint that this strategy actually did a little bit better. All right, so let's go ahead and look in here, and it only came out here with $18. Now the reason why there's the discrepancy between this and this says $18 is because when the system basically stopped trading, it logged this in on this line as a minus 19. This over here, this line says that it was at 10:37.42, and at the last line it came out that there was a $19 loss. All right, so that's why the discrepancy between this 31.32 and the result here of 18.02. So okay, I needed to explain that. All right, so this here next, we have the profit trades at 41%, which is pretty decent, and we've got the largest win at 118, and then this largest loss. See this largest loss? That is the same largest loss that you have over here on this graph over here. That should not have been. It shouldn't have gone that far. All right, so and then the average wins over the average losses, 66.47, 46.19, and the average wins over the average losses, one win to 2 losses. But look at the way how this happened. The maximal for 4 wins was 218. The maximal on 4 losses was 207. So right there, this actually is saying that per win you get more pips, more dollar amount per losses. And you probably already understood that, but just in case for people who don't understand. All right, so let's go to Quant Analyzer 4. And let's load this up. Let's go ahead. All right, we've got the $18 and 24 trades, and the profit factor and the winning percentage. All good, all good, all good. And as you can see, all 3 of these months probably would have came in with a gain. You know, maybe, possibly. Well, let me see when that. Let me take a quick look at when that printed. That was in the last month. Okay, that was in just at the end. All right, so that was my fault. So, of course, it is all my fault. So, all right. So there you go. So far, this strategy, this year is doing very well. So, like I said, I will go back and go over this again, and see how it actually trades. Now that I understand how to trade it and have a strategy that is actually profitable. So let's move on to number 4, phase number 4, from October to December, finish out the year, and then I'll do the whole final results for the strategy over that course of year. With the next strategy that I go over, most likely I'll switch it. I'll go from 2013 to 2016. Interestingly enough, on the pound dollar, there's a year in there, 2014, that was nothing but gains because the dollar took a huge drop. So even though I'm saying it, I'm going to go ahead and try to trade that. That year is going to be the system will look fantastic, but I'm going to warn you right now. So, okay, on the next strategy, we'll see. Especially if it's a trend trading strategy, you know, I will basically let you know. But I do believe I will reveal which strategy that I'm going to actually trade in the next phase as I'm doing all of the results and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. Okay, on to phase 4. Hey, phase 4 from October to December 2012, and we have another winner, $104.30. You know, not the big bucks, because I'm trading, like I said, 1/10. So here's look at this. Okay, it took a dip, and then it went up. It hit like a peak over here, and then it went basically flat. Profit factor of 1.26, and only a $75 drawdown, which is not bad. This is a 41% trend trading, so 41 points, almost 42. The biggest win was 101. The biggest loss, 62. The average profit trade was 49. The average loss, 28. Very nice. And then the consecutive wins to losses, 2-2. So that's pretty even. And then, as you can see here, 4 wins consecutively to 6 losses. It was twice as much. So that's powerful. That's pretty decent. All right. So that is that. Let's get to Quant Analyzer 4, and we will take a look at this. All right. So here's what we have here. 104, 24 trades. Sharp ratio. I will have to explain that in an episode one time, but it's kind of like the best investment that you can basically place into a portfolio of strategies or vehicles. The trade results. So 0.9 isn't that high. I think if as far as stocks go, 1 is good, 2 is excellent, and 3, as far as the number 3, is phenomenal. You know what I mean? That's like the top tier investors in stocks. So you can basically say that there's it's like a 1 or 2 for actually just having a good strategy. All right, so here we have it. This is we had a gain, a loss, and a gain to give you that 104. All right, so with that, let's go to the portfolio. Let's see what it did for the whole year. And as you can see, it did 582 for the whole year for a gain of in 2012. 96 trades, a 12 short ratio, 1.28, 45% win factor. And there you go. There's a year. There's the months, every month. And what else did I want to show you? Okay, on this it says that there's only a 1% gain, but there's something that I have to fix in here to actually give you a better. Okay, so this is on a $40,000 initial deposit. Now, for the year, you know, I'm going to tell you, I was only trading 10K. So, in truth, this should be just 10K. And so let's recompute the stats and see what that looks like. Now, for the year, instead of that 1%, it's 5.8% on $10,000. All right, for one currency, which is fantastic. That's fantastic. All right. Okay, so with that, I am going to move on to what I'm going to give you a preview of the the strategy that I'm going to do next time. I don't know if I said it. The year to date total was, wait, well, you saw it, 582.55. Okay, but the next strategy that I am going to move on to is now called the pivot. Is a pivot trading strategy that I will show you right here. This is it right here. All right, this is the strategy that I'm going to work on in the next, I'll just say next month, because I'm going to do some tidying up with the GRaB candles, because I want to see if the strategy that I've actually already made will bring the years from, that's something that I didn't do for you guys, the other years into it and bring me into a gain. So let me do that also. I do have to load that up so we can see all 3 years, and I did not do that. That slipped my mind. So let me do this real quick. Let me portfolio. Just gotta look for portfolio. GRaB. All right, these two. 2010, 2011. Grab those two. Bring those out. And right, that's on a strategy. I'll leave that like that and like that. And let's see. So what we have now is, I want to I want to put these 3 strategies in a portfolio. So I have to do it like this. I have to basically go into save this report that I just made. Portfolio for GRaB, GRaB 2012. Right, that's something that I didn't do. Alright, so that's saved. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull it up over here and then put all 3 of those together so we can see what the total is. Now, by looking at it, I already have a good idea that this is going to be a loss. GRaB 2012. And there you go. Okay. And put 1, 2, 3 together, and then turn that into a portfolio. And with that, portfolio 1, I can rename it, but we come out with a $1,059 loss. All right, now most likely I am going to go over this and redo this with this strategy that I basically created that actually gives you some gains. Because the 2 years prior, as you can see, the 2 years prior were both just total utter losses. So I'm going to redo those 2 years with the strategy that I have here, and then give you the totals on that. So I'm going to finish up on this and see if that doesn't get you guys some, or give you a strategy that can put some pips in your pocket. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to start with this, a pivot trading strategy, which is more of a range trading strategy, as I would put it. It's not actually a range trading strategy, but it is somewhere in the lines of that. So let's see, this is on the 1 hour, and I'm not sure. Here it is, David. David is the name of the creator of this thread. And as you can see, I require 2 years minimum trading experience trading my system. Violators will be removed, and I will go over this in the next one. So with that, I would say knowledge is power, be power hungry, and power to the people. Parzival signing off, and I will see you in the next video.